She come from Silver Spoon, Golden Rule, private school, never miss Sunday church. I come from blue collar, low dollar, out here where concrete meets solid dirt. And I don't know what happened, but sure don't add up on paper. Rhythm stays the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey there friends, how's it going today? David Potts with Song Notes here, and I got this post over in my Song Notes community forum. Jeremy, you asked about Wondering Why by the Red Clay Strays. This has been a band that's been on my list to check out. I keep seeing them pop up. I keep seeing them recommended. I keep seeing them bumping their way towards the top of festival headlines, and I've been meaning to just give them a listen. So you post this, I press play, and immediately it gets stuck in my head. And you say, curious if you have a different approach aside from the power/bar chords. Great question, and I'll give you some quick tips here. But first, let's put the song on so everybody can get in the same page. I'm going to put the chords on the screen so you can see. The quick answer to this is that the song is in the key of E, right? It starts using an E major chord. It goes over basically an 8-bar blues progression, right? E major for 2 measures, and then it's going to go to F sharp minor for 2 measures. Then we go to A for 1 measure, and then B for 1 measure, and then E for 1 measure, then back to B, right? Let's see how it sounds when you put it all together. Check out the sound of this if you've never heard it.
She comes from Silver Spoon, Golden Rule, private school, never miss Sunday church. I come from blue collar, low dollar, out here where concrete meets old red dirt. She keeps on loving me, loves me the way I am. She's not just along for the ride, she's my biggest fan.
One more time through it, okay? One more time. Let's wrap up the
And
chords.
it's a little piece of heaven when we lay down
F sharp minor,
all night.
A to B to E, back to B.
Keeps on loving me, and I keep on wondering why. She's got a
So again, give the full song a listen because there's a nice build up to things. There's a nice bridge. It kind of builds on itself as it goes. So Jeremy, again, let's start with the basics. Then I'll show you some ways to get away from those power/bar chords as you mentioned, right? Again, the chords we're gonna need are an E, an F sharp minor, an A, and a B. Now, the way that he's playing them there is all with the 6th string root note. Right? So for the E, that's going to be your open E string. For the F sharp minor, it's going to be this F sharp note right here. We do a minor shaped bar chord, get an F sharp minor, and then for the A and the B, we're just using this, an E shaped bar chord is typically what it's called because these 3 fingers resemble the E major chord down here, right? So your A, your B, and then back to your E. So from a chord point of view, it's pretty simple, right? Now, this does require you, though, to play the bar chord. So again, I'll show you some alternatives to getting around those in a second. But really quick, let's talk about rhythm. This is important to get the feel, the pulse of this song, right? It's in 6/8 time. What that means is we don't have 4 beats per measure. We're going to have 6 counts for each measure, right? So if we look at the lyrics with the chords on the screen, right? She comes from Silver Spoon, Golden Rule, private school, never miss Sunday church. So every time you see a chord, you count to 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how it happened, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay, really important to get that pulse. And aside from just doing 6 counts per measure, you really want to make sure that the 1 count and the 4 count are getting the emphasis, the accent, right? That's your strong beats. If you listen to how he plays this, every verse he's doing something a little bit different, and he's always kind of building it up. But the first verse, he's just doing a muted, kind of like a palm mute right here, right? You put the fleshy part of your palm right near the saddle of the guitar. It still gives you the quality of each chord, right? but things are a bit more dulled and sort of toned down, which kind of works when you're starting out especially. So the simplest way you could do this is a down strum on the 1 count and the 4 count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 4, right? Pretty simple. From there, you could amp it up a few ways. One is you just kind of do constant down strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But, like I said before, you put the emphasis on the 1 and the 4 counts. And said another way is you really just be as light as you can with all the other strums that are not the 1 count and not the 4 count. So that would kind of sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. See how my pick is always hitting the strings? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Right? That kind of keeps the rhythm in my hand. This is where the rhythm is channeling through you, right? Now you can control how much of the rhythm you let out, but you always want to be in that groove, all right? So kind of feel, right? You can mute it to dull things. You can lighten up on your fretting hand to dull things, right? See how this sort of kills the sound? We're kind of being real subdued right now, right? The dog is not off the leash yet. So that's one other way you could strum. Another one, just really quick while I have you, is to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one is going to be the first 3 strums are going to be lighter, right? So we're keeping the 1 count kind of quiet, but the 4 count, we do a full strum and then we silence the strings immediately, right? So that would kind of sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, another way of tapping into that 6/8 time rhythm. So that's how you do the chords and the rhythm, right? Now, what are some ways we could sort of get away from bar chords and get away from the power chords? Yeah, curious if you have a different approach aside from power and bar chords. So power chords, just for our other folks to make sure you understand, are going to refer to just basically the thickest 2 or 3 strings of each chord here, right? So this is your E, just the thickest 2 or 3 strings for the F sharp minor, right? I don't have to do the full bar. I'm just kind of doing 5, 7, 7 for the A, 7, 9, 9 for the B, and I'm muting the rest of the strings, right? That's one option. Now, if you wanted to do something else, a couple ways you could do this. In the key of E, it is tricky to play an open position because the B you have to bar and the F sharp minor you kind of have to bar and all that sort of stuff. But there is a couple tricks you can use. One is use the regular E that I just taught you there, right? For the F sharp minor, instead of barring, what you can do is this version where you basically do 2nd fret with your index finger on the thickest string, and then the thinnest 3 strings are played by your middle, ring, and pinky fingers. Okay? The thing about this is you really, really, really have to make sure that you mute that 4th string. You cannot let this 4th string ring out, because if it rings out, this note, this D, is going to clash terribly with this C sharp, right? Because they're a half step away from each other. This is a D. This is a C sharp. C sharp is in F sharp minor. So C sharp has the sort of, what's the word here? It has the authority in this chord. So if you're going to strum it, you'd want to just move your middle finger into that 4th string, right? Or you could just do bass note. Kind of, I'm doing not any one full strum of all the strings. I'm just doing the bass note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A, regular A, and then a B7. Okay, B7, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, open, 2nd. So the whole progression using those chords would sound like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's a great way you could sort of stay basically in open position. You don't have to do any barring and everything, right? You kind of have to manage your way around that F sharp minor, but it's a nice way where you can kind of avoid bar chords altogether. Now, one thing I told you, Jeremy, in my email reply to you was how we could use, let me get my acoustic really quick. We could do 2nd fret, capo, right? What this is going to do is let us use open chords. We could use D major instead of E. We could use E minor instead of F sharp minor. We could use G major instead of A, and we could use A major instead of B. So one thing just to call out here, I can't help but do this because I'm enough of a math nerd when it comes to guitar, just to let you know that if you take all the original chords I showed you, your E, your F sharp minor, your G, your A, and your B, and you subtract one whole step from each of those root notes, the E becomes a D, right? Because E down to E flat down to D, right? Your F sharp goes down to F and then down to E, because F and E are right next to each other, so that's your E minor. Your A goes down to A flat and then down to G, and your B goes down to B flat and then to A. My point in telling you this is capo goes up 2 frets, the chord names go down 2 frets. That's one way to think about how we're basically going to get the same sound that the red clay strays are playing with a capo using these easier chords. So that would sound like, she comes from Silver Spoon, Golden Rule, private school, never miss Sunday church. And I come from blue collar, low dollar, out here where concrete meets real red dirt. And I don't know what happened, but sure don't add up on paper. Rhythm stays the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So that is yet another approach you could use. Now, I want to go back to the electric, though, just to carry through the theme of this original part of the lesson here. And I'm going to show you one more thing you could do, Jeremy. And this matches what they do in the bridge of this song, which is, instead of strumming, they're going to use this sort of arpeggiated picking, right? And what that means is you take a chord, and you're going to basically pluck one string at a time. But you're going to start in the thickest string. You're basically going to go 6th string, 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, and then you go back towards the thickest. So 4th, 5th, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5. And I'm talking about the string numbers. Here's a tab. Let me go through each of the chords in the progression like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is E. This is F sharp minor. A. To B, back to E. And then back to the B to end it, right? I kind of fumbled that. But that's one thing you could do that will mix up the chords a little bit towards your request, Jeremy. But another thing you could do is mix in this sort of arpeggiated strumming with that strumming pattern I showed you earlier where you do down, 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 down. So for example, we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So that's another way where you're not really strumming as much. You're kind of doing this picking, and you do that big strum on the 4 count, and then you sort of silence the strings there. But basically, that's how you're going to play this song. They're really quick. The bridge at the towards the middle end of the song. A couple new chords, but they're all the same shapes, right? G sharp for 2 measures, right? 2, 3, 4. Actually, he's done the arpeggiated picking here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you go up a half step to A. Then down to F sharp major, then up to B. All right, all right. Okay, so that's the bridge. And then the verse just after the bridge, he's making a change. This is the only time he changes it, right? He says, I don't know what happened, but sure don't add up on paper. G sharp minor. He's never using this in the song, right? Normally he's doing F sharp minor, but G sharp minor is the same shape, just 2 frets up. And as long as she lets me, I'll let her take her wherever she wants to take, I can't help but sing. And then this is where the song just really rocks out, right? So anyway, that's how you play the song. Jeremy, hope this is helpful for you. I do have over on my website, lesson page for this, my print-friendly practice notes. It has all these chords and tabs mapped out. I have a link to the lyric sheet that I recommend using. And I also have a sort of play-along practice track where I just go over the chord progression, the main chord progression over and over with the chords on the screen. You can use that to practice your strumming, your strum-along. You could work on soloing. Right? I've been noodling on that. I might do a separate lesson showing you what I've been working on. But that's all over on my website, songnotes.net. The lesson page is linked in the description of this video. Jeremy, thanks so much for being a member on my website. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks so much for giving me a reason finally to get into the Red Clay Strays. And any other songs that any of y'all are fans of, let me know, because I love discovering bands like this and getting swept away. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Hope the electric lesson here turned out well. And until the next one, my friends, bye-bye.